This is my film for REEF 2012 about Große Tulln. Have fun!
The Große Tulln is a river in Lower Austria. It has a length about 40 kilometers from Klammhöhe, where it originates, to Tulln, where it runs into the Danube. It has a catchment area of over 93 square kilometers. Klammhöhe is 618 meters above sea level. The area belongs to the Flysch zone of the Vienna woods, so the ground mostly consists of sandstone. The main vegetation consists of beeches, spruces and fern plants. The water exits the ground through small springs, but the main water sources are inflows. After 1 kilometer, the stream is about 1.5 meters broad. There are settlements and the water is used by residents. Near the streams you find many different plants, for example hazel bushes, pines, willows, ashes, holler, and on the ground are among many others stinging nettles, clover and geranium. Human activities at this part of the stream are lumber, wood storing and hay production. What we see here is a forest of spruces and red beeches. The river channel contains a mix of medium-sized and very big sandstones, which are partly covered with moss. Klamm is the first settlement in the valley. From this point on, the stream is less fluctuating because there is hardly any further slope. Here is the first big feeder, so the stream size slowly expands. Laben is a densely populated area. The river width has increased to 4 to 5 meters at this point. From here on, the sides of the river are overgrown with the princess feather, which is an invasive plant. The valley stretches after Laben. There is mainly hay production beside the river, but also stock breeding of sheep and cows. On this recording, we see the bicycle route in St. Christophen. It runs beside the river. Following the route, one finds many info tables showing bicycle and hiking routes. There are also lots of playgrounds and parks. Neulengbach is a city with approximately 2,000 inhabitants. In Emmersdorf, the Labenbach and the Ansbach come together. From here, the stream is called Große Tulln. The agriculture has turned from grassland to fields. There are also horse farms. This part of the bicycle route contains lots of info boards. It is called Panoramaweg. When I was doing research there, I met two people who went on a pilgrimage from Tulln to Mariazell. Between the city of Neulengbach and the big dam in Emmersdorf, the water association Große Tulln is implementing preserving measures that will be explained later on. The Große Tulln was regulated in 1928, but it is the only river in the area. The feeder rivers are not. The regulation shapes the river trapezoidal, so that the water is able to flow off as fast as possible. The sewage plant of Neulengbach is located in Markersdorf. The Wastewater Association concentrates on public relations. They provide visitations and arrange open house days, for instance. Under most bridges are small or big weirs. The rising water basins are often used for fishing. Dog owners let their pets into the basins, and sometimes children swim in or play beside the river. The new railway line Vienna to St. Pölten crosses Judenau. When the track was built, renaturation measures were taken. In order to create living space for animals, the riverbed was widened. In the Tullner Gärten is a dam basin, generated by backwater of Danube. It is used as a recovery area for humans. The backwater is responsible for the bad ecological condition of the last part of the river. During the case study Große Tulln, it was worked out that most parts of the river could have a good ecological condition. Only the last part will just receive the good ecological potential.
I spoke to Gfatter, chairman of the Water Association Große Tulln. The Water Association Große Tulln is a pool of 15 townships. Every township sends representatives to the regular meeting. Duties of the association are preserving measures, which include also clearing measures. Preserving measures are mowing, removal of wood, and clearing the riverbed. Flood prevention measures are duty to the township. The fever is a big problem in populated areas of the river because it carries wood into the water. If something chokes between stones, branches, or trees, the water gets backstored, which can cause flood water. Gfatter told me that the Water Association tried getting permission to evacuate the beaver. In stream flow most likely live about 6 to 7 beavers. Another problem is the princess feather, which can be found all along the river stream. It is nearly impossible to get rid of it by only using mechanic methods, but chemical methods are forbidden. The European Water Framework Directive declared the Große Tulln an upstream fish migration area. By 2015, every dam has to either contain a fish ladder or must be replaced by one. Gfatter doubts that the measurements will be finished by 2015. By now there are 2 fish ladders. The first one in Leipzig and Neulengbach. It is a pendulum ramp built after Schauberger, who designed the concept in the 1920s.
Fish can migrate by swimming zigzag. To build the ramp, the riverbed has to contain harsh material, so that the benches are fixed. The concept of a pendulum ramp was inspired by nature. Small torrents often have basins and bedrock bars. This kind of ramp needs little material, which is reason for the common usage. The trials were conducted by the Technical University Graz. The other fish ladder is in Judenau. When the old dam was dangerous in times of floodwater, it was replaced by a fish ladder. Counting fish showed that many big fish, mostly barb, used the ramp. The project was initiated by the Water Association Große Tulln, Sports Fishery Otterkring, the Fishery Langenrohr, and the Grammar School in Tulln. The ramp was very positive taken by the fish. After 1 year, 8 new types of fish have been found. Over the last 2 years, a German agency did research about water quality and vegetation in the river. The results have not been published yet. For the future, renaturation and shadowing measures are planned. The Water Association Große Tulln is working on the upstream fish migration problem. Floodwater should be prevented by minimizing material in the stream and maximizing the speed of the water flow.
Well, I had quite a few days in the field, where I saw many different plants and also many different animals. What I didn't see was the beaver. So I hope you like my video.